What is up, sons? It's Blind Run once again, and I'm back with Son of a Tech. Like I said, there's the YouTube channel over there. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday or Monday, I suppose, if you're on YouTube watching this. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's video if you're on YouTube, or the stream earlier today where we drafted some Throne of Eldraine, and of course, one with Mono Black went 7-0. Hopefully, we can repeat that success as we go into another ranked draft for Throne of Eldraine. And then if we have some extra time, we may either do another draft, or if you guys want to mess around, I have an Azorius Flyers deck that I'm trying to basically bring into the current format. There you go. Tomorrow morning I'll be going to the gym and all that. I'll update you guys on the socials. I think I'm going to try to stream here for 2 to 3 hours and then get some rest and so on and so forth. I do want to get back into playing, what is that game called again? Oh my goodness. The new one from Obsidian. And I'm drawing a blank right now. Been enjoying it a lot. And I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but there you go. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into drafting some more. So we have, I guess I misstated earlier. I was trying to explain that I don't know many of these cards. I still don't. We've done a total of 2 drafts. The first one we went 3-3 with a Knights deck, which was not streamed, and that was actually previous to this. And then of course this one where we this past one where we went mono black and went 7-0. So black does seem to be quite strong. There's a lot of strong green cards I've noticed as well. And then the archetypes that I found so far is the food one, which is like green black, and then there is the Selesnya one, which is adventures, and then there's knights that I've noticed, and that sort of thing. All the cards sort of have adventures, but I guess green, white seems to be a little bit more strong with that. Anyways, we did earn ourselves enough to get a free draft out of this. Let's take a look at the first pack. So, Happily Ever After. When it enters the battlefield, each player gains 5 life and draws a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 5 colors amongst permanents you control, there are 6 or more card types among permanents you control and or cards in your graveyard, and your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, you win the game. Way too conditional for us to ever win a game in Limited, but seems super fun for a jank deck. We got Animating Fairy. Fairies did seem to be another archetype. I don't know if we could ever build into it. It is a flying deck, and flyers are always pretty good. That being said, target a non-creature artifact you control becomes a 0/0 artifact creature. Put 4 1/1 counters on it. Target non-creature artifact you control. So that you could target food with that, for example, which would probably be how you would use it in Limited. Pretty cool. And then it's a 2/2 flyer for 3. The poopy version of Active Treason. Steel Claw Lance. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. Only costs 1 to equip a knight. It's Boros. Anything else is going to cost you 3. But, you know, pretty good. Never like going into multicolored right off the bat. That being said. 3 for a 2/3 flyer. And the adventure side is tap up to 2 target creatures. I don't know if this really works. It is a flying knight, though, which is something to consider. We have that turtle coming back, the Lash of Thorns, to get that death touch. Memory Theft, basically a duress, if I understand that. You may put that card you may put a card that has an adventure that player owns from exile into that player's graveyard. That's interesting. So you can basically get rid of an adventure card that has been cast as an adventure but hasn't been cast as the creature yet. Pretty cool. Anyways, I don't know if it's really that great, though. We got a Garen Berrig Paladin, so that's going to be a knight, a green knight. And it's Adamant, which is another, I guess, type if you could build into it. Basically, it's 5 for a 4/4 that could be a 5/5 if you have enough forests in play. And it skips getting chump blocked. There's the land, a golden egg, which is always fun, and a druid. So 3 for a 2/3, add 1 mana of any color. Or you can also cast it 1 for 1, basically mana fixing. I don't know what the best card would be here. I keep trying to force myself into playing something like a fairy deck, but it doesn't seem to be working great. I do like, this is basically a 4/4 for 3 if you can get food out, which is pretty cool. Or if you have like a golden egg, or even if you had like a gargoyle or something, right? It's pretty neat. And I don't see any removal in here, and I don't see anything that screams like super strong other than maybe the paladin. But yeah, I'm gonna pick the fairy. Doesn't get us tied into too many things. This actually gets nice. So Frogify, enchant creature. This is basically removal. It loses all abilities and is a blue frog with a base power and toughness of 1/1. Pretty cool. Tempting Witch worked really well for us last time. It does create a food token, and you can make those food tokens basically kill people, which is neat. Here's the Arcanist Owl. It's 4 for a 3/3. It is in color, and so that's pretty cool. 4 for a 3/3 flyer, which is pretty efficient. And when it enters, you can look at the top 4 cards of your library and reveal an artifact or enchantment card from among them and put them into your hand. So I like the enter the battlefield effect a lot. I like that you can basically take a look at some cards. And it is in color. So I think I'm going to grab it. It opens us up to white as well. I don't know if blue-white's super strong, though. I haven't seen a lot that tells me it is, but hey, whatever. We got another land. There's a Witching Well, which is a pretty strong blue card because you can scry 2 and then draw 2. If you sack it, only costs 1 to scry 2. Pretty strong. The Casket allows you to exile a card. It is removal, so there is that to consider. But it's not super strong removal. That being said, blue-white's not going to have a lot of strong removal. I don't know that we really push much into white at all, if at all. Let's see. So if you ever discard this or destroy it, you get a food, which is kind of works with the fairy there, but not extremely well. I think the Witching Well is pretty easy pick here because we're going to be trying to put something together. And so here's the famous blue card for the mill deck. We could go into trying to do the mill deck. See if anything else is stronger. Of course, you got a 4 for a 5/5 and can't be blocked by knights or walls, which is insane. That is super tempting to just go ahead and grab and see what happens, because not much is gonna tango with a 5/5. You really have to be not much. You have to have hard removal. There's not a lot of hard removal. I mean, like I said, the other option is to grab the Secret Keeper, but I think we're only 4 picks in, so we're gonna go with the strongest card. That just looks strong as all hell. Okay, so if we were going to try to push into green or red, we would have a food token and a 1/3 for 2. Or we would have a discard a card and draw a card, plus a 2/3 for a 3 that also allows you to discard and draw a card. For basically 3 mana, which isn't bad. If we pushed into that, that wouldn't be terrible. We got the Shambling Suit. I haven't seen this one. Suit's power is equal to the number of artifacts or enchantments you control. If you're building into a lot of food, that could be pretty enticing. It could go into any color, so that might be what I pick here. Queen of Ice, tap target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step, for 2 on the adventure side. And then 3 for a 2/3 that whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, tap that creature. It doesn't untap. It's pretty strong. I actually like that a lot. That is basically like a Merfolk Trickster, but not as good because it's not an instant, obviously. Shambling Suit, but I mean, we have nothing. Yeah, we have nothing that's going to go. Let's grab Queen of Ice. Okay. So we have our removal down here. So tiny, which is good. Exile target artifact or enchantment and draw a card. Not terrible. Profit, not great, but it is a 6 for a 5/5 with a scry. And then Death Toucher. Toughness is equal to the number of knights you control. That's fun. If we were building a knights deck, that would be a lot of fun. I think I like So Tiny here. It's basically removal. We'll get the job done. But we are running into a problem of not really building into anything. I guess we're building into flyers, which means we're going to have to start making picks based on that. Or, I mean, the Tree Folk is great because it's 4 to put 2 +1/+1 counters. As far as a common, I really like it. But I think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks in. We're going to have to commit. And I think we're going to commit to flyers. And I think the Griffin is the pick here, which is going to push us into Azorius. I'm not super stoked on that, to be honest. So, the Turtle, the Kiss, or the Ginger Brute. Turtle's the pick. It's not great. The land's the pick here. Tempting Witch. There's another turtle. A 1/1 lifelinker. Let's see. Enters with 3/1/1 counters on it. Move a 1/1 counter from the rack to target creature. Oh, okay. So weapon rack would work with animating fairy, right? Pretty well. Do the counters stay on? That would be really interesting. I want to try that combo, so we're going to see if we can put that together. So it would be weapon rack with the animating fairy, or the bring to life portion of it. Huh. Fortifying positions, revival, or ritual, excuse me. Or we get the battered cow. So the battered cow would work with the Queen of Ice, sort of. Because you get the food token in case you need it. And then here, I think we just grab the Scarecrow. Mana fixing, 4 for a 2/4. Oh, 2 to... No, that's pretty bad. Fortifying positions. When it enters, you get a food token. Creatures get a +0/+1. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Okay, we're going to need some help here on the blue side. There's that opportunistic dragon we talked about earlier that I popped in a pack. The Grim. Dear Lord, black's good. Look at that. Bake into a pile. Sir. Jeez, I'm regretting everything right now. Two for a 3/2. An opt. I mean, really, we're going to have to grab the opt. we're going to really need to... It's either we try to shift, which isn't going to probably happen. I mean, it's possible we shift, but not really. I think we grab an opt. There we go. Here's a fairy. Each creature you control that has an adventure enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. So that's an adventure. We have 1, 2. We have 2. And then there's, so, I mean, there's some stuff that might wheel too, like the Fairy Guild Mother. Let's give it a mother trucking shot. We can do it. As I get a whole entire pack worth of nothing for me. Enchanted creature without flying. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be done or outflank. That's a better removal, so grab that for the removal. Okay, so flyers immediately go to the Paladin. It's 4 for a 2/2 that if you have at least 3 blue mana, it enters the battlefield. So it's 4 for a 3/3 if you have enough blue out, and I'm not sure that we're getting there. But there's not a lot else. Here. God, there's a lot of good black. We just screwed up. A lot of good black. Alright, well, let's try to do what we can. So, if we really wanted to build into the Pathlighter, we would really want to look for, so, adventure cards. That's a decent adventure card. 3/3 with Vigilance for 5, but you do get a 2/2 creature with Vigilance as well. It's a little expensive. Lucky Cover's not bad. There's a great green drop right there. Jesus. Or we got the Rogue. Control an artifact or enchantment. Return target creature opponent controls to its owner's hand. I mean, that bounces. We don't have anything big, so we're going to grab it. Of course, another one would drop. I like the drawbridge, so we're going to grab it. Drawbridge is great. God, I want so many of these that are way out of color. There's that weapon rack combo we were talking about doing. Mantle of Tides is like free if you're drawing cards, but I'm not sure that's going to be great. Maybe we just grab the weapon rack and really try for that combo. But that would be 2 weapon racks. I don't know if that's good either. I think Mantle's a little bit more... It's not really more consistent in this deck though, is it? We got the Opt that we can cast it with. So I guess it is. Yeah, and the Witching Well. So yeah, Mantle is a little bit more consistent in our current deck. All this is trash. Let's grab the Gargoyle in case we need it. God, I hope pack 3's better. Holy moly! 5 for a 7/7. Sacrifice an island. Can't be blocked. Sacrifice a swamp, gain 1 life, and draw a card. Pay 1 of each, exile 5 target cards from an opponent's graveyard, return Serpent from your graveyard to your hand. Jesus. Alright, can we make this work? Is it even possible? Hold on. Can we get to that bomb with just blue? So we draw, and then our only goal is to just get to that bomb. Okay, this is going to be dumb, but we do open black up. So if we open black up, we can grab any removal. Revenge of the Ravens might be something that helps hold it off, right? Really got to focus blue, though. So, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, draw a card. Can also create a food token. So, turn into a pumpkin. Yep, that's going to delay us. So, it's really opt. So tiny. Opt or so tiny. Well, if we're trying to get directly to the Serpent, you would say opt. But so tiny is going to be the removal we need to keep going. So let's grab so tiny. Enters the battlefield each. Oh, nice. That's the discard deck. Whenever you cast a spell with converted mana cost 5 or greater, draw a card. I like that too. That's 4 for 4, and fits into our colors, and is just a hardcore 4-drop. We grab that. That's fine. Nothing here for us. We'll just throw that in the sideboard. Artifact or creature you control. Do we have anything tapping that's giving us anything? No. So I think we just grab Runaway together. And another Moonlight Scavengers, sure. Another Runaway together, sure. Forever Young. Okay, this deck is going to be really freaking interesting. So we don't want a lot of swamps. We really want just islands. And then saying we need 4 more. What's our curve? Our curve is shit. If we want 4 more, and then that has to go in, right? We have no more blue. So a Henswalker will suffice. Gargoyle will suffice. And a Ginger Brute will round that out. I don't like the weapon rack here, though. Get rid of the weapon rack because we have some bombs already in the 4 slot. And then we just grab... I mean, that... Yeah, then we just grab a Puppet, which lets us scry 1. And then we go down to like 3 swamps. So that would give us like a little bit less than 10% of a chance to draw 1. We only need 1 by the time we get to like turn 6 for the Serpent. So So what are we? 15 creatures, 8 non-creatures? That's not as bad as I thought. A couple big guys. This could work. This can work. Everybody's going to think that we're doing a discard deck. And we're not. Lots of little targets for our little animator here. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. Dimir. This can't be anything that people are doing on the meta. It looks all jacked up. Okay. Well, there you go. Let's do it, baby. All blue mana, baby. Another one. Oh, you dirty girl. This is not working out in our favor, but we have a lot of big strong cards coming. Okay. There she blows, boys. Got one biggie. I should have scryed one first. So we got two big ass wolves to deal with. I don't really have a way to deal with them yet. Oh God. Okay. That's till end of turn. Gotcha. And trample. Fuck me. That's 10, 17. That one doesn't have trample. And that one doesn't have trample. Exile it. Get our chump blocker up. Did we take everything out? I think we have to take everything out, right? Yeah. Like that. And then take the 7. Go down to 1. And then fair play, fair play. Oh. Well, had to lose one sometime, huh? I can't think of any misplays. We just got overrun. Alright, this looks a little bit better. We have plays right off the bat, at least, is what I mean by that. We can scry one, get rid of a land if there is one. Oh, I do want that. That's a great turn 3 play. So that lets us tap or nothing. We'll skip. We'll opt at the end of his turn. And then we can drop our Hedgewalker for a 3/3/3 on turn 3. Seems legit. Okay. Does he have a second one? Do we want that? 4? No. Now we want the 4, but that's fine. So we'll go... Three on board. Ooh, a double striker. Nice. There's the 4 so we can get our flyer out. This is awkward. Aha, the weapon rack. There's the 5. One more and we get that. We can tap a creature. That's a sorcery, so we don't want to do it yet. Let's swing. All right. The double striker is going to be a little rough. So, okay, so he's going to swing for 5. Okay. 6, 7. So really we can just block here. And that's it. Make the trade. There's our 6. That works out pretty good. 4 or 5 on the board. All right. Drops the first striker again. Oh, okay. And he gives it a little boost for that double strike. He still dies though. But if he first strikes with that, I guess he could do it. The real question is, do we care, right? I think we do. So does that combat damage to a creature Cap that creature, it doesn't untap. Got it. Making that guy bigger, sure. Does he swing with the paladin this turn? No. So now his double striker's up. We can block with the puppet and sack. Interesting choice. So we could trade the double striker or trade the other one. I don't know. Or we could just double block that and call it. We come out on top because we have something in the air. That's an interesting... That's super interesting. Okay. Six, 7, 8. Is he gonna let me sack it? I should have gone full control because I want to sack it and get the 1/1. Can he pump 10? Like, there's nothing that'll pump 10, dude. And so, okay. I think he just loses next turn, but... Eight, 9. Okay. Good game. Boom! You thought you had kill condition, but you did not. Alright, 1-1. With a super odd Dimir deck. Really just a mono blue with one black drop that we haven't even gotten yet. Hey, a drawbridge into a snapper. That sounds like a winning combination to me. I'll take it. All right, Dios. What do you got for me, bud? Uh-oh. Discard deck. Incoming. Okay. So, we can cast the fairy and have a 4/4 next turn. Oh, it has to be a non-creature artifact. I'm dumb. And he gets -6/0 if he has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. So we have a little bit more time. Now he swings for 2. Sure. Well, this is just awkward. I'd love to get an artifact out, but I don't think that's going to happen. Ow! I didn't keep enough mana up. That would be 4, but we need to get in the air. Okay. So we can live one more turn. skipped attack phase. Don't know why he skipped attack phase, really. Yeah, there's just not much I can do there. I think that's game. Oh, it costs 4. I'm a dummy. Okay. Yeah, you win. I thought I... I don't think... Yeah, well, no, there wasn't any way. If we would have left it open, we still would have only had one blocker. We had to drop something. All right. 1 and 2. This is not great. It's not great at all. I think we'll avoid doing... Hold on, let me see if there's really anything we can do here. It's because we jumped between too many colors. We're not getting anywhere close to dropping what we need to drop. The weapon rack might be something that we should be running. I think it's... Let's see if it's better than any of these. No, those are good. It's not better than the turtle. I mean, that's our removal. That's been working for us. That worked for us in a win. This doesn't work. What else doesn't work? The Witching Well I mean, works. We haven't drawn it, so we don't really know. Maybe 2 weapon racks is too many. But you could get 4 counters out of it and then convert it to a 4/4. So it has more synergy than the other cards had. This works. So we can Wishing Well or Witching Well. 1, 2, 3, 4. We definitely want that next. Yeah, that works. So then turn 3. Cast an opt, draw our card. We'll take the 2 here. See what he plays on turn 3. Nothing. And then we can weapon rack and start building him up even more. Or we can return it to his hand and create a food token. He might bounce it back to our hand, which is fine. That's just kind of weird, but yeah, and then you cast a flyer. So our real options are cast this and get a 3/3 flyer. Cast this. I think we cast this and get a 3/3 flyer. If we draw a swamp, that's going to be insane. We get to draw our bomb, drop our bomb. But next turn we can just weapon rack, which is fine. That hurts. Yep. So river turtle or weapon rack? I think the weapon rack's a good play. I mean, the turtle's a good play. Stops that 2/1 on the ground. That serpent looks tasty though, huh? Serpent looks super tasty. Three with vigilance. So if we control an artifact, we return target creature opponent controls to his owner's hand. Seems legit. What do we get rid of? Oh yeah, we get rid of that 2/2. I think that's board control. I mean, at this point, I think we just attack in the air. Wonder if he has removal of some sort. Sure. And then that's vigilance. Okay, so he's gonna pop the token again, do all that game. He still needs a flyer of some sort. Did we so tiny that to human creature resolve? And that says all non-Archon creatures have a base power and toughness of 3. Got it. Okay, so we make that a pumpkin. Cool. We make that a pumpkin. Get out of here, island. He casts that again. Powers everything up. No! I was wondering if he had a trick, but I was like, okay. Yeah, so that has a lot more synergy just by making those changes. 2 and 2. See if we can keep it even. We have to win this one. But that card, I think, is definitely undervalued. A lot of these artifacts, I feel like I've been undervaluing. Like, once I put them into play, they seem to be pretty beneficial. Alright. Well, we don't have any creatures, so maybe I did fuck up there. I need it, so we'll take it. Did we just play that? Yeah, I think we should have just played it. So, because if I would have had that out, I would have been able to equip it that turn, but it's fine. Gets a draw card. That's a nice one. I haven't seen one of those yet. Does he pump it? So, if you control an artifact or enchantment, return target creature opponent controls to its owner's hand. Yeah, so we do this. Gives us another turn, and then we have a pumpkin to play still. But we ran out of cards quick. He has... Ugh. Yep. So we can keep holding them off, I guess. Oh, there she blows. God damn it. I mean, like... Okay. Alright, let's drop the bomb. Let's see if this works. Do we let him just take it, or we sack and take the 3 life? That's the question. Or we return it to our hand to get a food token. Oh, we just push him way far back. Okay, so this is... Yeah, so... It goes this. And then you can't cast it this turn. Basically. Pretty good. So he can basically make it a 4/4 every turn. But he has to sack stuff to do it. Cost 3 to equip him. So how do we do this? So he's going to make it a 4/4. Draw a card. Make him an 8/9. So he has to do it 3 times. You may sacrifice 2 foods if you do create a 7/7. Otherwise, create 3 food. Okay, so he's got 3 food. He's going to attack. 1 second, boys. Alright, I gotta work after this, but let's finish this game up, and then we'll go do that. I'm thinking we just swing, right? Well, here's the deal. We can draw. Because we don't need that mana. We can burn through it as much as we want. And then... yeah, and then we can swing. End turn. Flash that onto him. Not that we even need to, really. We need to save this for something bigger, I suppose. Right, draws a card. Let's see what we have on top. Do we draw it? Yeah, we draw it. I did that wrong. I need one more mana. Motherfucker. God damn it, dude. Ah, that was dumb of me. That's okay. Yep. So, yep. We still have board control, so I think everything ends fine here. Woohoo! We finally got the bomb to win the game. And that's how that deck is supposed to work. Anyways, boys, that's going to at least be a break-even deck. I will give you guys an update if I do play this offline, what ends up happening, because I do like playing Magic while I'm on call, etc. But I hope you guys enjoyed this deck. I think it was cool. I think that obviously if you're going blue, sticking with the meta is going to be best. And it falls apart in certain circumstances. The biggest mistake we made was running these two instead of the two weapon racks. So if we go back to the game here, the weapon racks are really, what made this deck start coming alive after that first couple losses. So, just thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next Tuesday.